Hi pal, and welcome back to the video. Today we're actually going to be starting over at Epcot because we're going to be going through Journey of Water inspired by Moana, and then we're going to go to Horror Nights later tonight.
So we're going through the Moana Journey of Water. It's not open yet, it's just available for cast members and their guests right now, so we're going to take a look. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So this is just some rules for the actual walkthrough, just letting you know what you can and can't have, and just some safety guidelines.
About this area is going to talk to us about the water cycle and how water connects us. It's really cool. Like, I love the artwork. I love everything about this. I think it's going to be really fun to go inside and see.
All right, so the next cycle we have is the rain cycle, and it's where our cycle begins. I love this too, where you can see Tafiti and the rocks. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that throughout this walkthrough experience. I'm so excited. They do have a disclaimer where they say don't drink the water, just because, again, this is recycled water, so you want to make sure you are being safe. So you can play with the water, but please don't drink it.
So the water is pretty much acting as like a harp when Krista runs her hands through it. It's such a cool experience. I wonder if all the different ones make different sounds, or if it's just they're all the same. This one sounds a little bit more high-pitched. I could be wrong and I could be crazy, but
It does definitely have a different tone to it. This one kind of sounds like wind chimes. This one kind of sounds more like strings.
what does that one sound like? Yeah, this one just has a much higher sounding than the other one does. Like, it sounds like the exact same, just higher pitched.
So cool. The next cycle that we are introduced to is the stream cycle.
I love right here in this area, we have Spaceship Earth looking over it. It's just such a cool, pretty image. I can't wait to see what it looks like during the sunset. I hope that we're able to see that tonight. So it just seems like this is like the more high-tech version of the jumping water over near Journey to the Imagination Figment. But at the same time, just the atmosphere of it, it's so cool.
It's so cool. So I think the way it works is these cameras over here will sense your movements that you're waving to the water, and then it'll respond, or it should respond like that. Yeah, you're doing it.
We're about to enter into the wetlands now, and of course you have the wet or the dry path that you can go on. So this way over here you will not get wet, but this one, as it says, you will get wet, potentially.
I'm going in the wet path.
So it looks like it's just a stream that's going down. Maybe that's the only thing they're talking about when it comes down to the wet and dry path. Because nothing has like jumped out at us yet. I think that was it. I think that was the difference.
There was a little sign. There was a little sign that said it's like a safe enough level for water for you to cross. It's basically talking about the effects of flooding and how if it's low water like this, you can go over it. But if you don't want to get your shoes wet or anything like that, you can go over the bridge too, which is pretty cool.
Now we're entering to the spring area.
So for this area, it's demonstrating the uses of springs and how natural springs in the world will cycle water, clean it out, and then bring it back. So for this, what you're going to do is you're going to stand on the little watermark on the ground, and then you can hold out your arm, and the water will reach up to you, which is so cool.
Are you ready? 3,
Yeah, ready?
2. Yeah, go for it. Yo, that's so cool. Is that the highest it can go? Maybe it keeps going higher. She's like so high up right now. She's like standing on her toes.
It's so cool. I love it. I love this. This is amazing. That's amazing.
That's so cool, yeah.
All right, so our next section we're going to go through is land. This area is so beautiful. The backside of water, anyone?
So I think this is more of a better example of a dry path and a wet path, because through here there's no kind of waterfall, but this side over here just has like a continuous waterfall stream happening. The water does stop and separate, so if you don't want to get wet, you can still go through this area, but like, why would you not want to? Why would you want to take the dry path when you have this really cool experience to walk through? All right, let's see if I can go through it, maybe. I kind of got wet.
Yeah, I got one. All right, guys, we are now at the lake, and this is gorgeous, let me tell you. This whole scene and setting is amazing.
What I think is a really cool image right now is Spaceship Earth at night is starting to light up, and it just blends in so well with this experience.
This is my favorite part right here. Look at Tafiti. She's amazing. And she's bringing water to the lake. Wow, it's so pretty.
So it starts off back here, then it jumps to this one, and that one jumps to this one, and that one jumps to that one, and that one jumps to that one, and it just keeps going. So next one is going to be the river area, which is where all these jumping water fountains are here.
So this sign is explaining what the river does and how it brings water to people, livestock, plants, and makes a big part of our bodies. So now we're walking into the ocean one, and I'm so excited for it. I can't wait to see what they've done with this area. All right, friends, so this is the ocean area where it talks about the ocean is our friend. I really love the artwork on this one in particular because there's little baby Moana looking at the seashell and the ocean, and it's just very connected.
I like how this one's supposed to be an old crab, it looks like. All the rock formations are different waves and different ocean patterns. I love all the different shell formations and everything that's inside this sculpture here. All right, so Chris is about to go up there and make a big wave right now.
There's certain places in the ocean area where you can get more or less wet. So if you're standing by the sign, you can get wet, but you're gonna get a little less wet than if you're actually walking through some of the features that they have. So it is cool if you wanna get wet, you can definitely find those places to do so. If you wanna stay a little bit more dry, just keep a lookout. There are places that are a little bit safer for you. All right, so the last section is going to be sky. This talks about how the water evaporates into steam and then goes back to the sky to start the water cycle all over again.
I really like the small jumping water on top of the rocks too that you can kind of see through the steam. I'm not sure how it looks during the day, but at night this looks amazing.
All right, and that's the end of the Journey of Water Moana walkthrough. It was incredible, beautiful. I absolutely adore it. I love water though, so it was really fun for me to go through this and see everything and bring that education and fun to so many people. So I love it. And now let's go to Horror Nights. Hi pal, welcome back to Horror Nights.
All right, now we're gonna walk through the scariest scare zone there is, the Minion Land. Ah! All right, so what are we gonna do tonight, Carissa?
Tonight we're gonna try out a whole bunch of new foods that we haven't tried yet, and I'm super excited for that. We're also gonna try some different desserts as well. So tonight is, I would say, a moderate night. It's not too crazy crowded. It's not like opening night, but it is, like, there is a good amount of people here. There are people, you can feel it, you can see it. We're also in peak time right now. I think that does impact it. But other than that, I feel like in a couple, maybe like an hour, it'll start to die down again and houses will be faster. So we'll see. We're waiting in the Surfer Boy Pizza area. I'm gonna get the Yuri's favorite dessert, which is going to be chocolate cake with peanut butter mousse and Reese's Pieces. I'm also going to get the Surfer Boy Tropical Dream Punch, which is pretty cool because they actually can serve it in the souvenir cup, just normal serve, or actually non-alcoholic as well. So we've got options, but I'm getting mine in the souvenir cup for sure.
This is a really cool, like, peanut butter jar that they sell this in. Like, it's an actual one. Since he's a peanut butter smuggler, I love how this comes and I love how it looks.
Look at the Blinky cup this year. It's so cool. Got the logo this year with the arches right in the middle. You can change the blink. We're just gonna make it a solid glow today. It's even got a little pineapple gummy on top. That's so cool. I love this. Now to taste it. It's so wild. It's got so many different fruit flavors in there, but the vanilla also comes through in the middle of it, and then you get like the grapefruit right after. This is fun for sure. You want to make sure you get like to the actual like different flavors of the jar, I guess. It is a lot. It's very thick. Wow, I like that. If you like peanut butter, definitely go for this. This is really, really fun. It's interesting because like the mousse, I guess, with it, it's very rich, very creamy, very good. I like it a lot. You can still get the flavors of the Reese's Pieces as well as the peanut butter in there with all of them like mousse and creaminess too. I think this is a really good dessert. It's fun for sure. And yeah, overall, I would definitely get this again. Yeah, 100%.
All right, so I'm not gonna clip it on me. I'm just gonna go straight for it, you know? Hopefully we can get all of it in one bite. It's just, you can smell all the peanut butter like instantly. It's a lot. That's so much peanut butter. Now for me, like, sweets hurt my stomach after a little while, especially if I have a lot. And there's just so much in this tiny little jar. So I feel like it would end up giving me a stomach ache. But at the same time, it's not super rich to me. So I definitely think that like I could get this again and be fine. So I highly recommend it. I'd say this is easily one of their better desserts that they made at Horror Nights out of all the years that we've come. All right, so I'm gonna try the drink now, peanut butter in hand, you know. It's really pineapple-y. Like, it's a very, very strong pineapple, but I like that a lot. I think this is really good. I highly recommend it. It's gonna be a lot to drink though, you know, because the cup is a lot bigger this year, it seems like. But still, I like this a lot. So the last time we were here and checked out these signs, The Last of Us had part 1 listed on it, but now it's gone on all the signs around the park. So I wonder if they're just canceling having a part 2, or if that wasn't supposed to be printed. Maybe we'll find out next year in the coming season, who knows? Still, I hope we end up getting a part 2, because this house is such a good house.
We're on the hunt for David S. Pumpkins. We've actually found him. We found David S. Pumpkins. How's it hanging? Pretty good.
I'm David Pumpkins.
Any questions?
I'm David Pumpkins, man. Now watch this. Any questions?
Now we're on the hunt for some Death Eaters. Hopefully we can find some. Ooh, I think that this is going to be a good sign that we can It's so cool seeing all the fog and lights inside of Diagon Alley like this. I think this is where we'll be able to find some. Now the Death Eaters should come out every 30 minutes, but there are no official postings as to how frequent they do visit. But from every source that we have seen, it seems that every 30 minutes will be about when the show will start. Ooh, it seems like they're picking people off from the crowd. There they go.
So in our last few videos after the hurricane, this food booth here for the Monsters Unmasked was removed. And it's so interesting because now it's changed to just a normal bar, and that booth that was originally here is just gone. And it's just your standard bar that has like the Ghoul Juice and Electric Death as all the other ones do. And what's interesting is when we talked to some team members about the booth changes, they said they had no idea either that one day it just vanished. So maybe at some point during the season we might get the original booth back, but at this point I doubt it just because we're halfway through the first month, you know?
Cheers.
So is there any house you want to do right now specifically?
I want to do Dueling Dragons. We haven't done that one in a minute, so I'm excited to go see it again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're kind of are in the back corner of the park, but it's all about the experience. We can run back up there real quick. It's so weird with Krusty Land how there's nothing going on. There's no music. There's no scare actors. There are like carnival games still open, you know, to play, but usually they have this area pretty dark and just a lot of stuff happening. It's really weird this year. It's like empty, but it's not empty, you know? And how we mentioned using a water bottle last time for free water, you can also use the Blinky cup that you have as well. So Dueling Dragon said that it was a 45-minute wait, but I think it might be a little bit longer. I'm not sure.
I would say yeah. I think with the way it's moving, I would say 45.
All right, so the time right now is 12:13. We'll see how long it takes. This first large pillar right here on our left side is where we're headed to. There's a doorway there. It's only been about 25 minutes, so it seems like the line was overprojected since it is right here at the end of the night. Okay, so yeah, we only waited about, I'd say, 30 minutes. What did you think about it this time?
I liked it. I like it a lot. I like it better than our second run through because we were able to see things. So I really appreciated it. I really liked it. We went through the fireside today, and we were able to see a lot more because it's obviously nighttime, so our eyes are better adjusted. And I liked it a lot better this time round for going through that side versus the first time, well, second time. We've been through it a few times now, so I think it's a gorgeous set, honestly. It is visually, aesthetically pleasing, as well as I think there are some good scares in there. And the costumes are also incredible, so I love that one. So it's really humid tonight. It's about 12:50 right now, and the humidity is still really, really thick in the air. So if you do plan to come to HHN, just remember to, I would say, dress weather appropriately, just because I know last year there was a day that it was like really cold, and then, you know, you don't want to be fully exposed and freezing, but then most of the time it's going to be like this, where it's like 80s, 90 degrees, and very humid. So just make sure that whenever you come, you are ready to sweat, basically. With that, you also want to make sure that you are hydrating throughout the night, especially if you decide to partake in alcoholic beverages as well. You want to make sure that you don't get dehydrated, because that just makes the experience not as fun. You want to make sure that you are staying hydrated, and it's really easy to do with all the Coke Freestyle machines around. And you can also go up to booths and ask for a courtesy cup if you need to, and they can do that for you as well. I will add one more thing to that with the attire. Make sure that you don't bring chains into the park, or try to. I know we all love a good chain on the ensemble. However, when you go through security, they will confiscate them or make you return them to your car. So make sure you are not bringing chains into Universal. So unfortunately, I was looking for the peanut caramel bar at the Today Cafe, and they said they sold out of it earlier in the day today. They also have 3 other options. The only one that they still have available at this moment is going to be the graveyard coffee cake, the rotting pumpkin, and the pumpkin dulce de leche puff. They also sold out of today. So what they said is typically if you come earlier in the day, like before 3 o'clock, you'll definitely be able to grab one of those because they do have them. However, after 3 or definitely after 8 o'clock p.m., they do sell out of basically everything. Again, the only thing they have left is the graveyard coffee cake. So kind of just depends on what you're looking for, but I would definitely recommend coming earlier in the day. We'll try again next time.
All right, so I think since they didn't have that at the Today Cafe, we're going to go back down to New York, and we're going to get the Mummy Cheesecake Pop.
Okay.
I think that sounds really good. So a lot of these food offerings they had last year, like the pizza skull as well as the African lentil, they had a version of the Mummy Cheesecake Pop. It was like a graveyard cheesecake pop, I believe. Regardless, these are all really good options. They're some of my favorite options. I'm really happy to see them coming back this year. All right, so good rule of thumb, I guess, is to not try to buy desserts to the end of the night, because they are also sold out of the Cheesecake Pop, unfortunately. So we'll have to come back for that one too. So I guess the next video is going to be way more sweets than what we anticipated.
Yeah, bummer, man.
All right, so we're actually stopping over here at Midway Delights. So we're going to get the sour apple pie funnel fries. It's one of the only sweets we've been able to find here at the end of the night. Hopefully they're good. They sound good. How do you think these are going to be?
Hopefully better than the Carnival dog.
All right, so based off of first impressions, first looks, how do you think they're going to taste?
It looks great, honestly. I can't wait for it. It's supposed to be sour apple ice cream, like kind of like an apple pie-esque filling, and then like funnel cake fries. And I think that's cinnamon sugar on top. I'm excited.
It looks a lot better than the Carnival dog.
That's the truth.
All right, so Chris is going to have the very first bite of this. Hopefully it's good.
There's no pretty way to do this. It's so weird. Number one, it was hot and cold at the same time, so my teeth started freaking out. So that was the first, like, weird face. Second weird face is because the ice cream is actually sour. Like, when they say sour apple, and, like, sometimes you're like, sour apple, right? No. That made my glands, like, ooh. So that was fun, but not what I was expecting. I mean, I should have expected that, honestly, but it's still good. I mean, the flavor combination is definitely an interesting one. I think my favorite part about this is the funnel fries, like the funnel cake fries. I feel like I would have each thing individually. Putting it all together, I still don't know how I feel about that, but overall, like, it does taste good, so I'm excited for you to try it. Would I get it again? I think probably not.
All right, so now I'm gonna try it out. The ice cream melts so fast. So that's one thing, because the funnel cake fries are really hot. So hopefully I can get some of the ice cream. It looks really good. I'm excited for it. I like sour stuff a lot, so. But I also have sensitive teeth too. So if it's like too cold, too hot all at one time, my teeth will probably freak out just as bad. I think this is a good bit of all of it. Overall, I mean, to me it's not too bad. I don't think it's too sour. Maybe because like the ice cream is melted. Maybe the sour has like dissipated away. But like everything tastes fine to me. It tastes exactly what you would think it would taste like. I really like how all the flavors come together. I would definitely buy this again, but being that there is so much to it, I would have to like share it with somebody. Just because there's a lot here. But like overall, I really like it. I think this is one of their better offerings.
And on that note, I think we're gonna head out. I'm a little tired. I know Jack is too. Back at it another day.
Yeah, and I mean the time is about what, 1:30 right now. So we've done a lot. We'll be back Sunday night, you know, having more fun, doing a lot more videos, you know. It's gonna be a good time. So we'll see you out front. All right, so thanks for coming with us to Halloween Horror Nights. Hopefully the mics sounded pretty good because this is our first like night trying them out, you know? We're really looking forward to them. They sound great to us at least, so I'm hoping they sound good in the videos. We're hoping to come back probably Sunday. We tried a lot of like food today, or a couple of different food options today, but we're hoping to try out more because a lot of things were unfortunately closed by the time we were able to get to them. But yeah, overall I'd say it was a pretty successful night. What do you think?
I think so.
So with that, before we go, just one last thing.
You look great, by the way.